Alright guys, well, before I do this video, I just want to apologise in advance because there's always going to be someone offended by it, but this is solely just my opinion on the subject. I know other people feel differently because what I'm about to talk about, there's a million excuses for it, but personally I don't think there's any excuse. What I'm going to talk about is the convictions of sexual offenders, really, as in people that tortured young girls and boys, but it's not even just young girls and boys because it's any age, anybody who's got it in their head that they think that they're better than someone else and they can completely control them and they can just take what they want and just take it. Really, really chase me off. I don't see how it's fair that they can ruin a young girl's life. And this is just a case, it's not a case that I know personally, but it's a case I've read up on and multiple stories I've heard. I don't see how it's fair that they can just take what they want without permission or consent or anything like that. And these people aren't even of age some of the time, well, most of the time. They just think that they can just take what they want and get away with it. And even if they don't get away with it, they get wrote down on a piece of paper that they're not allowed next to children anymore, not allowed within certain jobs and things like that, which is completely understandable. But this is the part that really gets to me, right? They get put in a maximum security most of the time. They get put in a cell where they're in the cell for 23 hours a day and 3 meals a day or 2 meals a day. Whereas they've got more privileges then than people on the street. I mean, it really gets to me. It really, really gets to me. Why is it fair that someone could, I don't know, it's not just what they do either, it's even if they get put in prison, they think, well, that's the problem solved, they're gone. It's not the problem solved because whoever it's happened to is scarred, like honestly scarred. But it's sickening. It is absolutely sickening. Why let them have those privileges? Personally, and this is the part where it's going to start offending people. If someone thinks they can just take it, and it does happen, and they do get convicted of it, and there is the evidence there that they have done it, or there's enough evidence to believe that they've done it. Even, I know there's going to be some cases where they're going to be falsely convicted, because all through time since laws became, there's people that's been falsely convicted. But personally, I think that they've got the balls to take if they've got the balls to do it, they've got the balls to put up with the real consequences, as in they shouldn't be removed from all of society, because that just takes away what they've done. I don't know. Personally, honest to God, personally, I think if they can be convicted of it, the parents and the full family should have time with them. And that sounds strange, but I mean, they should be left in a room to the family get back until they feel like they've got enough back. And I mean, a blind eye at the full subject. And then I don't think they should be put in maximum security where they not allowed to leave the cell. I personally think they should be put in an average day prison where the second they find out what they've done, other inmates are going to do the same thing. And I know people are going to say, well, they have rights, and like preying on young children's medical condition, but you still did it. At the end of the day, everybody's got that part in their mind where they know what's right and what's wrong, or they have some idea of what's right and what's wrong. Let them suffer the real consequences. If they can ruin someone else's life as much, I'd hope that someone would get them as well. But that's just me personally, and I'm heavy-headed with things like this, as I do think that the parents and the family members should be allowed to just beat the living shit out of them and then put them in a normal prison with normal inmates so they can get put in a cell with a big, this is going to sound really stereotypical or racist, and I don't intend either of it, a big burly fella in a prison that's going to take advantage of this little dweeny fella that thinks he can take advantage of young people, which personally I think is exactly what should happen. I'm just going to end the video with what goes around comes around, but as I said, it's my opinion, and I'm sorry if I offended anybody, which I've offended someone somewhere, but what can you say? It's what I think personally. So thanks for watching.